You already know. Welcome to the Kim and the Capsule. Everything under the capsule. You can call it the queen.
You're always blasted late. All the time. You're always late. Half an hour now I've been waiting on you. Come on.
Oopsie.
Welcome to the Kim and the Cap Show. Everything under the sun wrapped up in the capsule. You can call her the queen, you can call me an asshole. Pull out your arguments with the verbal lasso.
Yo!
Wait up, hold a minute. Take out your emotion, let's put some facts in it. No skin, teeth, smile, chuckle, or even grinning. We both play second to none, so who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning? Who's winning?
Yo, what in Ross is this?
What's going on, family? How's everybody doing out there? You already know this is the Kim No Cap Show. My name is Cap and this is Kim. Actually, we should start this way.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kimmy here, and it's been a long time. It's been a long time, right, Captain?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has, for sure.
Oh my goodness, blessed to be here. Welcome to the Kim No Cap Show.
Yep.
And so we are here filming live at the Origin Studios.
Origin Arts and Community Center.
It's been a minute, but we're about to jump right back in it.
Yeah, jump right back in it. And the hot topic of the century, the hot topic of, actually, not the century, but the year.
Yeah.
In a few years. And it's not P. Diddy.
P. Diddy is juicy. Or should I say oily?
Hey, 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 hey.
That's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Bum ching.
You know what I mean?
So it's not Diddy.
No, we're not talking about Diddy.
Okay.
But we're talking about
Balthazar?
Balthazar. Yes, yes,
Okay, so Captain,
yes.
Balthazar has been on the mind of many for a little while.
On whose minds?
On everybody's minds.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
You're quite knowledgeable of Wagwan with Balti.
I know you knowledgeable too. You got the knowledge.
I only got the memo since you let me know, but let's give the people a small synopsis of Wagwan. Who is this guy and why is he the hot topic of today?
All right. Well, Balthazar, he is. If I might be butchering it a little bit, but he's the president of a kind of like oversight organization in Equitorial Guinea.
Okay.
Right? So Equatorial Guinea is like central part of West Africa, right? So it's West Africa, but it's not way north. It's not like, you know what I mean, down south. It's kind of like in the middle, right? On the western part of the continent of Africa. A small nation. Population is like 1.8 million people, 1.7 million people, not even 2 million people. But this country is rich because they have oil, right? Yeah, so they have a lot of oil. So, you know what I mean? The national average of the national income, right, is pretty decent, you know. There is poverty and stuff like that in the country, but, you know, people are doing fairly okay.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, so this guy got himself in hot water, you know.
So hold on, rewind. When you say minister, is that in church
No,
or
no,
like
no.
in government type
So
of
he's
thing?
he's not a minister per se. He's like, I think he's the president of an organization that's an oversight organization that investigates other ministers and you know, high-ranking officials, right, government officials and stuff like that of corruption, right? So when they have corruption and stuff like that, that's that body, that's that organization that investigates corruption.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah.
But then he ended up getting investigated, right?
He ended up getting investigated for corruption.
Gosh.
So I don't know all the details, but I know generally, from what I know about corruption, how it works, and like, you know what I mean, in the Caribbean and in Africa, stuff like that. So he was getting some kind of kickbacks, right? Supposedly, allegedly, and they were investigating that to see like, hey, let's go and audit you. Let's see how your financials is doing, and you know, because there's rumors about you being corrupt, right?
And what did they find?
So with him now, they arrested him, put him in jail.
Right.
Right. This was weeks before the Balthazar scandal happened.
Right.
About 2 weeks prior. So now the feds is going to his house.
Right.
As they go to his house, they're looking for hard drives, documents, or whatever that could support their case against him, right? Because he's going to be charged and go through a process of, you know, legal proceedings and stuff like that. So yeah, as they're going through all of that, they're looking at it and they say, okay, they found some hard drives. And when they found hard drives, that's when they found, you know what I
Him
mean?
driving hard.
Yeah.
Bum ching, bam, boom.
Yeah. Big man, 54 years old, 54?
Yeah.
54-year-old man, putting it down like he's 25. You know what I'm saying?
And that brings us to the hot topic.
Yeah.
So, from what you shared with me, they found over 400 tapes or
Yeah.
400 women. What was it with the 400?
Some websites are saying 400 different women, 400 different tapes. But me generally, as I'm looking at it, because, you know what I mean, somebody sent the tapes to me, right?
Oh.
And I didn't even know what was going on. So my boy, you know, and Otto was like, yo, check this out. What's the scandal going on? Bam. But when you're looking at it now, some of those women might have been, some of those tapes might have been duplicates, right?
Oh,
so,
okay.
like, for instance, if a man, you know what I mean, is filming himself with a girl and he has her as a longtime lover, he might film her 5-6 times over the course of a year. Right?
Okay.
Same girl, but on different occasions.
Okay.
Right? So it might be the same girl. So it might not be 400 women, but it's in those high hundreds.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Pretty much.
I could say probably 300.
Wow.
You know, I mean, some of them are doubled up or whatever. But there's many tapes, over 400 different clips of tapes. Some of them are a minute long. Some of them are 3 minutes long. Some of them are 5 minutes long.
I can see you did a lot of research here.
You know, I do my research. I got to do my due diligence so that, you know what I mean, we go
So we can present this to the people,
right
right?
and get the facts straight.
Thank you so much. Well,
Exactly.
there's a few things that was straight in those videos because you did happen to share some with me.
Well, you wanted to see the link, so it's like, oh, send me the links. Capo. So it says forward it. You know what I mean? WhatsApp
Right.
is a good app. You know
It's
what
a
I'm
good tool.
saying? Yeah. So, no pun intended.
But here is where it is scandalous, right? Because what he did or what they saw on the tapes wasn't illegal. But the scandal was, here is this man, powerful in like government, whatever it is that he's doing, married with children, right?
Married man for many years. His wife is beautiful. She's stunningly nice, beautiful,
Okay.
right?
We'll stick a pin on that and we'll
yeah.
come back to the wife because she's got her own thing going on.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
But that story didn't bust like his story, so we don't know.
His story busted all right. All over them tapes. So anyways, everybody all over the world is talking about this because he's an older man. Well, he's 54. That's not older, but like, you know,
That's
middle-aged
older.
man.
That's older to the point where you shouldn't be gotten it like that.
Well, he's got it like that.
Yeah.
And beyond. Bed, bath, and beyond. And he is on video having sex with some prominent women in their country.
Right. So
Right?
out of all these 400 different tapes, and if there is 400 individual women or high 300s or how much women they are, majority of the women are married. They say 80% of the women is married.
That's a lot of
You know what I mean?
infidelity.
Right. So I'm looking at it, okay, I ain't that good in math, but I had to go back to my calculator. 80% of 400 women, if there's 400, right, that's 320 women.
Wow.
That's 320 women out of all of the 400 that are married. Granted, it might not be 400, but that's what the website says. Everybody's saying 400 tapes and 400 women. So let's use 400 as a standard, right?
Right.
320 of them are married. The last 80 of them would be, I'm guessing, not just as necessarily single. They might be in some kind of relationship where they're living with somebody, right?
Okay.
Some kind of baby daddy kind of thing. Sometimes they might not be living together or boyfriend, but not just necessarily single. So nearly all of them, and plus all of these women, you could tell from the videotapes, they're older women.
Okay.
Right? I mean, older. The one probably looked like she maybe a 29, 30. You know, but all of them look like about 33 and up, 35 and up.
Really?
Right. So mature woman.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's, you know what I mean, it's not no spring chicken type of woman that you could just run game on, come back to my house.
There was a few spring chickens in there. Some of them look kind of spring chickeny.
Well, I would say some of them look very good.
Yeah.
Very good, very fit, very feminine, very good. But none of them look like under 20. I mean,
Yeah,
sorry,
but they
under
weren't.
30.
He wasn't busting it up in oil foul either.
No, but I'm saying they still look aesthetically good, even at 35. 35 is not that old, that's mid-age, like, you know what I mean? So they look good, they look healthy. Here's the problem.
Talk to me.
The woman them is married, but a lot of them is married to other ministers. Not pastor minister or deacons or preachers.
Yeah.
Cabinet ministers,
Right.
political ministers.
Right. That's dangerous.
Dangerous. We saw the podcast of the Nigerian podcast. Nigerians were saying this couldn't happen in Nigeria.
Because they'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
Yeah.
You disappear. You won't come to work one day and say, what's going on? Where's Balthazar?
Yeah. Balthazar gone.
Gone. Can't mess with people's wives like that.
So, Captain, in your honest opinion, just from a man's perspective,
True.
it's clear that it appears that all of the tapes were consensual. The women looked like they were really enjoying themselves.
Woman watching the man fixing up the camera, looking in the camera themselves, boom, posing for the camera. The man is sleeping with the woman inside his office. You can see the Equitorial Guinea flag in the background.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? He ain't care.
Yeah, clearly. But from a man's perspective, why do you think he did that so much? Because in the tapes,
Right.
it's one thing to enjoy sex. It's one thing to enjoy sex with whoever you're intimate with. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their kinks.
Right.
From what I saw in the videos, there was a lot of eye contact
With the woman
with the
herself.
camera. Like the women were looking at the camera, but Balthazar, he was really looking at himself in the camera, deep, like he's in the zone.
He's locked in.
He's literally locked and loaded.
Right.
Shout out to Dynamite. Why do you think there was so much different women on these tapes? Like, what do you think is going on there? Is he just a kinky guy, or
He has a high libido, one.
the
Right.
highest I've seen?
The highest, and especially at that age. That age is definitely, by the time you're hitting like 40, you're slowing down. Okay, you might have been a star athlete when you're young, you know what I mean? You might be still in the gym, so you prolong it a little bit longer than the average man,
Yeah.
right? If you're really physically fit. He's not muscular cut up fit, right? Flat chested and all that, but you know what I mean? He's still young. He don't have a high percentage of body fat on him or nothing.
Right.
Good.
High libido.
Right.
Got it.
So you know what I'm saying? And then so whatever. But so, and I don't think he's just started having a lot of sex now. I think he's always throughout his life had a lot of sex.
Okay.
Even if when he was younger, if he had a lot of sex with one partner, I think it was a lot of times. Right? I think that's just his thing. That's just his vice, sex. To the
Okay.
more part, it becomes what do you call it? A fetish. It's just sex because fetishism, how it things the mind, it's a spiritual thing. He's esoteric with it. He's gone with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's deep.
Yeah, he's
He was pretty deep.
he's getting.
He was getting very deep.
Yo, I'm trying to say this without. Yeah, he's going deep with it, right? So with that being said, it's like that's his thing. He married and he has 6 children.
Oh wow, that's
And
busy.
I think it's 5 boys, 1 girl. And when I see the picture, when you Google the picture of his children, they're not far apart in age. It doesn't look like. I don't think one of the children look like above 15, but they look like, you know what I mean, like maybe 2 years apart, each one.
They call those bunny babies.
Bunny babies.
Yeah.
So that means he has a healthy sexual life with his wife, which is a good
Yes.
thing. It's healthy. They're still together, right? As far as I know, no rumors of divorce or anything like that. So that's one thing, right?
Right.
So now, but he needs more.
I don't know.
Clearly?
That's why I come into the mind. I have to ask you, like,
So-
what is going through the mind?
So I think one, that's his thing. He likes sex. But here's the thing that's disturbing for me: married woman. He makes good money, right? Because he's ahead of this thing. I think he went to the U.S. I think it's California. I'm not sure. I got to Google that again. But he went to the U.S. to study.
Okay.
Like a lot of times we do in the Caribbean, come to the U.S., get that education, and go back home. So he came to the U.S., studied in college or university or something like that, then went back home. So he's an educated man, and he went up the ranks, so he got money. Right? So he's a provider. He got a little status, right? So you could get single woman. In an African nation, you got money.
Right.
You back home in the Caribbean, you could get single woman if you got money. Married woman, okay, one fools you and says, oh, me and so-and-so is not together no more. Right. But it seems like that's his thing, that's his thrill. Married woman. Or it might not be his thrill, he just don't care. Married, single, situationship, relationship, booty call, this or that, take them all. Once you meet his criteria, then you look good, you take it all.
Interesting perspective. You know, Cat Williams said that everything was going to be exposed this year. Remember on that iconic
yeah.
podcast,
Yeah.
Club Shay Shay.
Yeah.
He said everything in the dark will come to light. And now he was posing in GQ. They call him the opener of the portals. They got him in dark black cloak and everything. But it does seem like ever since he said it, there has just been continuous tea being spilt.
Well, if you look at it like he's prophesizing something, you know, there's always scandals on the planet Earth. But we're just in a technological age. It could get out now. It's more risky.
Yeah.
But it's not just one video camera. Like, let's be honest. Just the average people, guys working at McDonald's with the girl or whatever, like, you know what I mean, and having sex with this girl, he likes to sometimes maybe film himself. Just the average man.
Does he?
You know what I'm saying?
At McDonald's?
Wherever you're
Into
working. I mean, average, just working class man.
Okay. Me no know.
You
I don't know
never
what
film
y'all
yourself?
do. I don't know what y'all do.
You ever film yourself?
We were not prepared. I wasn't prepped for that question there,
Okay,
sir.
well, prep yourself now. Have you ever filmed yourself making love with an ex-boo, booty call type, maybe fling thing or sometime things, you whatever, and you just younger, maybe not didn't think it out too well. Don't fix your mic. The mic is on.
I
Don't worry.
plead the fifth. I
Don't worry.
plead the fifth.
Right. So we've all done things like that.
We?
Everybody, me included.
That's what you're saying.
You
Please
never had,
elaborate.
You never had sex outside in a public place, maybe?
Listen.
No,
why
I'm
don't
asking you. I'm asking you. Have you ever had sex outside in a public place? Not public where people walking down the street, but you know, you're on some dark corner, dark recesses of Ottawa in the east and west end, and you were younger, and the guy convinced you, let's do it right here, right now. And the thrill of it, and you got it in.
Oh.
You ever did that? Yes. Right? You ever did it when you're younger in the snow?
I don't like Canada that much.
Okay. But you did it outside?
You're on your own there.
Went behind somewhere in the Gatineau Hills or whatever and did your thing, right?
Okay.
You're younger. And it's a little fun experience. And you like the guy and you're with the guy and it's cool, right? Or a guy might say to you, age-wise, back in the days, you only had the Polaroid cameras, you flying out. You know what I'm saying? Those
All
ones
of that was going on, Captain?
Yeah, because you couldn't take explicit pictures and take it to blacks and get it developed.
Is this how you became a photographer? Is that what you started
That's
doing?
how I got my start.
Polaroids in the park?
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds very kinky.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? So with that now, but on the real, we've all done things here with there.
Right.
Right? And then and this is how it happens. I'll tell you exactly how it happens.
Tell me.
I'll tell you exactly how it happens for
I'm
all
here
the
to
women
learn.
out there. Some women, because women just like to keep themselves prim and proper, they don't want to admit this, but all women know.
Okay.
You had your man, you were 23, 24, 25. He says, come on, baby, let me just take this picture. He takes the picture. Then he wants to keep it. What does the woman say? I'll keep those.
Yeah.
I'll hold on to it.
Right.
Because you like your man, you love your man.
Yeah.
But he's not going to show the whole school.
Yeah.
But because he likes you too, you're his girl.
Right.
But he's going to have that 1-2 close homeboys.
Yeah.
Say, yo.
You have to share a little peek.
Right. And you don't want that.
No, it's
So you can say,
private.
I go keep and hold on to it.
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But nowadays we got cell phones with this. We don't need those blacks disposable cameras no more.
Right.
Right? Good.
Fujifilm.
Exactly. But this guy now, with his technology, either he wants to keep it for reference because maybe he doesn't think that the relationship will last that long. In a couple months the girl might fizzle out. But he has something to look at and have a memory
Who,
of.
Balthazar?
Balthazar.
Okay.
And that's why people do it. It's memory.
Because that's a whole library.
It's a library. It's the whole floor of the Ottawa Library.
I couldn't believe when you showed me, because there was compilations.
Yeah.
They've put together compilations of various videos. There was part one compilation, which was like, 20-something minutes long?
Yeah.
I had to fast forward.
Got my dude, Monfu. Shout out to Monfu.
Big up Monfu. He was here too. And
Monfu is the one who sent me, said, yo, Captain, check this out.
oh my goodness.
If you know how Monfu
That was
get
the
down,
root.
Monfu was like, check this out. Bam.
We have to have him back on the show to discuss more of what was happening. But yeah, compilations, different women, everybody's watching the camera. Balthazar we actually made a pretty funny joke. The gentleman made these dances, kind of mimicking, mocking, making fun of, making light of how Balthazar was dealing in these videos. In almost every video in the compilation,
You tell it.
he was staring. He was looking right into the camera, and he would be what is
Speak the thing, man. Act like you know how to speak the thing. Speak the thing.
he would be stimulating his nipples.
Rubbing his
Right?
nipples, yeah.
Okay. Well, I said stimulating. You want to use rubbing. That's cool. While looking into the camera, and also he was doing something with his fingers, his mouth, and then just kind of,
Went from there.
went from there.
Yeah, well, I never saw that before. Like, in lovemaking, women can self-stimulate themselves. When a woman stimulates herself, it's exotic, it's erotic, it's sensual, stuff like that. A man doing that just looks, oh yeah. It's like, what you doing, dog?
But yet you're asking him what he's doing, but yet he's like a hero to a lot of men.
Not because he's rubbing his nipples.
Oh.
Not because of that. Not because of that.
Okay. That's not the reason why.
No, you tell them what the reason he's a hero to man.
I don't know. Because of the Balthazar's that thing.
You been going to
thing
church
there?
lately or something?
Yes.
Like you're scared? You're scared to talk? What the hell is going on here? Like, you scared to talk or something like that?
It's been a while.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm warming up to it.
Girl, get with it.
Oh my goodness. So he is a well-endowed man. And it actually, even like from what I saw, it kind of like curves a little bit to the left.
I don't know about all that there.
No, you don't know about it, but yeah, you making me talk about it. Anyways, so
Because that's an interest for you, and that's an interest for women would take notice of, right? That's a woman that in interest.
well, I mean, you notice it. It's a noticeable aspect of the whole thing. He's not that great looking in the face. His body isn't anything to write home about. But there's this dude. He just looks like a regular, average dude.
From if you
Packing these people full, like stuffing turkey, bursting
well
with Balthazar. Yeah.
well if you actually check it now, if you I watch a lot of the podcasts. Well, I'm watching African podcasts now, right? Nigerians have a lot of podcasts out there, right? And I've seen a couple others. I don't know where they're from, but the Nigerians have a few podcasts out there, and prominent ones. And they be talking and stuff like that. And even for African standards, they say, like, he's a handsome man. He's not ugly,
He's not ugly.
right? He's not like a pretty boy features, but for his age, no body fat, no wrinkles, not a big thing of gray hair. He's a
Yeah.
handsome black man, right?
Yeah.
So because of that now, he carries himself sharply dressed and stuff like that. He's not obese and anything like that. So I could see he have charm towards women. Right?
I haven't seen him with any clothes on.
Right. Well,
I didn't get much research done for this. I could only go off of what you and Mufu showed me, and it was definitely there was no clothes there. But it's good to know he.
yeah,
dresses
no. When
well.
you Google his name and you see the pictures of him, right? You see him dressed in his suit and stuff like that as the company man he is. But apart from that, and plus on top of that too, in those circles, because there's one picture that was circling around where he had 3 or 4 of those ministers' wives in a picture. Could have been at a government
the same
function.
ones that he was bussing.
Right.
No way.
Yeah. There was a picture.
He was posing with them.
Yeah, but it looked like a picture of like it was like a conference or some type, right? So some kind of conference, some type of government gala or some sort,
But
right?
they clearly all know each other from being in these circles.
They might not have all known each other that he's sleeping with all of them, but maybe 1 or 2 of them, because the word would get around, right? Or if not, the
Oh,
word
it got
didn't
around, all right.
If it didn't get around, he just was that maybe alluring person where people gravitate towards him, right? Some people have that aura. So he's charming. So maybe like, say if you're taking a picture with 20 women, not all 20 know about each other. He's hitting this one, he's hitting that one, but 3 or 4 of them know. And then another 3 or 4 of them have talked. Or they send innuendos like, my God, he's married. But if he wasn't married, blah, 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 blah. And that
Okay.
sparks something in another woman. Some
Okay.
one girl says, yeah, I heard he, you know what I'm saying? So it builds the interest. And then that's all he needs. And then he starts from there.
And then he's in
Right.
it to win it. So there was this movie back in the day called The Campaign. Have you ever heard of it?
I think
It
so.
was with Will Ferrell and that other guy that did those in between two ferns thing. Anyways, I forget his name. the whole point of it was these two guys running up for this thing, whatever, da da da. So they would try to like kind of jab at each other, you know, hurt each other. Will Ferrell ends up catching the man's wife and joking the daylights out of her on film.
Will Ferrell did a scene like that?
Yeah.
Graphic scene?
Oh yeah.
I gotta see that movie.
Yeah.
Because Will Ferrell don't do those kind of acting.
What you
Not that-
mean?
No.
Will Ferrell go and bust up a gal in the bathroom. Will Ferrell come and bust up the other candidate's wife
Wow.
and taped it.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah, you might have to bring back, what is it called? Soul City Cinema?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, get the popcorn ready. Bye. Anyways, I bring up the movie to say in one of those Nigerian podcasts, they were saying like, could it be a blackmail thing? Do you think it's a setup? Like, what do you think the reason is? Why the prominent women? They mentioned he had slept with his pastor's wife.
Pastor wife.
The president's
Sister.
sister.
President's sister.
Yeah. That's
And I'm sure he
powerful
met
women.
the president before because the kind of job he has. So he's met the president on many occasions, this and that, the other. You know what I mean? Just because of, you know, crossing paths. And the president's sister?
So how does it happen though? Like, do you just, we're at an event, meet and greet, wine and cheese, boom, boom, bam.
The same
all
way
these
how a man
prominent
tried to
people.
holler at you. He just put in his little thing in your ear. But of course he's doing it slow because Equitorial Guinea, because it's small, 1.7 million people, right? I Googled it this morning.
Okay.
And some odd number, right? But it doesn't touch 2 million. Small. Small. I don't even think it's like, you know what I mean? It's not 1 million square miles, but small, right? Small.
Right.
So what happens is and plus on top of that too, the whole country is not populated, so there's forest in the country too.
Okay.
So the actual cities must be, you know, maybe 10 major cities, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Small nation. But, and I'm guessing here, but I'm just thinking small.
Right.
But, so with that now, yeah, he's just hollering like how he normally hollers, right? And he's catching them. But here's the thing. Yeah, prominent women, here's my thing. 80% of them was married, and a lot of them was ministers' wives or high-ranking people. It doesn't have to be a
Right.
minister in the cabinets, in the parliament, but just people who had good paying jobs and, you know, certain titles, right?
Right.
It wasn't no woman from the hood.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, who knows?
Yeah.
He was doing it with everybody, it seems.
Yeah.
But it just seems like a higher percentage of
Prominent women.
affluent
Yeah.
ladies. So it's just, I'm curious to know, like, could that be the kink? Do you think maybe he's doing it and taping it and watching himself, like, intently doing it because he's
I got
off?
the
Like,
king's
I
wife.
got. Yeah. Do you think that could have been
I got the big man's
making
wife.
his Balthazar a little bit more
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
firmer?
There is a segment to that, and there is a personality trait like that within manhood, but that's usually with your enemy, right? Like in the streets, like, you know what I mean? If sometimes you have somebody you don't like, this, that, the other, and you want to beef with them, it's like to take a next man gal is a thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a kind of like, I'm disrespecting you. We don't have to fight. We don't have to get to the knives or the baseball bat or the gun. We don't have to fight. But just to take your woman,
Yeah.
yo, I've won this battle.
Right.
And that other man is going to either succeed or he'll be so hurt in his manhood, so thing, he's going to want to rise up. Okay, we could clash if you want to, but to take a next man's girl
Yeah.
and to deal with her that way, not just take her and take her out on a date.
Pimps don't even do that, do they?
Hell yes, pimps do that, but there's consequences. but there's an
I
ego.
said quick. Hell yeah, we do it. Don't
But-
look at my bitch.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's consequences for everything because that's the territorial. That's the primal thing in us men. Our land resources, or whatever financial resources in our territory, and our woman.
Yeah.
Humans die over this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like since the beginning of time. So I'm saying that you know what I mean, to take a next man woman in those countries and stuff like that, that could be his kink, right? That he only want prominent ones, right? But I'm saying either he doesn't have no moral compass, because a next man woman, even you could say, put it this way, that's the reason why the first thing you ask a woman, or the first or second, third thing you ask a woman when you meet a girl in a club or any social setting, hey, you come here alone, how are
Yeah,
you?
what's your
name?
status?
Boom, boom, boom. You have a man. Because you got to get that out the way, so you know you
Right.
can get the danger out the way.
Yeah.
That's why we ask girls that. Do you have a man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have a boyfriend? Blah, 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 blah. So with that now, yo, he just don't care. He got it like that.
What benefit besides
Sex.
the sex? What benefit do you think it would be to the women that went there? Right?
What do you mean? The man is packing. Of course, there's benefit. They're getting pleased. Unless you're saying all these ministers, he slept with his pastor's wife.
That's wild.
So that means if he slept with his pastor's wife, he's going to church. You can't have a pastor without going to church. He didn't say he slept with a pastor's wife, his pastor's wife.
That's crazy.
So he goes to church at least, maybe not regularly, at least infrequently maybe, but he goes to church.
Wow.
He has a church that he goes to.
Right?
He slept with his brother's wife. His brother. Not half brother, sometime brother, step brother, adopted brother.
Yeah.
His brother, not a black man you just know and you call him brother.
Yeah.
His brother.
They came from the same womb.
Right. He slept with his uncle's wife that was 3 or 4 months pregnant at the time. She's pregnant. Washing the baby's face.
Ew.
You don't know
I
that
just got that. Ew, that's sick.
It's usually it's near to the term when that terminology is when the woman's like 8 or 9 months pregnant.
Oh.
When you're washing the baby's face.
Oh, men are, that's so gross.
Hey, that's the terminology we used
my
to use.
Lord
Wash
have
the baby's
mercy.
face. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't sound better the Stop it.
It's
No.
baptism.
You're going to get us canceled before we even get back on,
I'm just
please.
saying.
Lot of mercy.
I'm just saying. So, his uncle's, right, pregnant wife, slept with his bodyguard's wife, the man that's there to protect him because he's a high-ranking, official dude. You sleeping with your bodyguard's wife? And we know as a criteria for a bodyguard, you have to have some muscular size.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like these Indian bodyguards you see at the Walmart, right? 120 pounds wet. No, to be a bodyguard is a criteria. You
Right.
muscular, and you're
Yeah.
serious. Probably
Yeah.
have your legal gun license. You messing with your bodyguard's wife? Dog, you're out of order. President's wife.
But why? Just to say that you can't? Because there's one thing with the sleeping. Okay, you're sleeping with these people. It's another thing to record it.
It's
And now
memories.
it's all out. What has been the aftermath of this? Has anybody heard from Balthazar?
No, well, he was in jail. I heard he had gotten bail, and then I see another report that said that he didn't get bail or whatever on the charges, right? Because remember, he's not being charged with nothing with the sexual stuff, right? It's the corruption thing that he was charged with.
Okay.
This thing now is just to embarrass him and discredit him. And supposedly he had aspirations to probably run for higher political office and even president, right, of the nation. Well, supposedly. I'm going to do some more fact checking on that. But you know what I mean? Down the road, he wanted to run for president, right? 'Cause,
Interesting.
you know what I mean? But even if that's not the case fully, right? The point is, he's definitely a person of class status. You know what I'm saying? And creed, man, that's his thing. He want a married woman. He don't want you single. He wants you tied to somebody because it gets him that I'm getting somebody that should not even be giving himself to me.
So you don't think it could be anything deeper or more sinister or political even? Like,
There was talk about how maybe some of those ministers, right, because they were being investigated by his organization, right, for corruption, that some of those ministers say, hey, let me pay you off a little something. That's why he has X amount of money in bank accounts here, there, whatever, and
Okay.
he's being investigated for criminal corruption. And could we make this go away? Could I put some icing on the cake and give you a woman, give you my wife? But I can't see an African minister doing that. I don't care if he's.
interesting.
I don't care. You don't have to be uber masculine. Man, I ain't giving you no. I'm not. This is not like the movies. If the drug cartel wants to kill me, I say I'll spare your life, but you could take my wife, use my wife. Well, maybe you. I'd give you to the cartel.
Wow.
Spare my life. Take
Yes.
her. You know what I mean? Let me get back to
Thank goodness I'm not a wife.
You know what I'm saying? No, but unreal though. You know what I'm saying? What kind of minister is going to do that? So that's why I don't believe that one. Send your wife over to this man who's packing, who's gonna not just have her and have a glass of wine and make sweet passionate love, who's gonna
Yeah.
pole drive you, and is she coming back to me 6 a.m. in the morning
Yeah.
to do what?
Let's be loose.
Lucy.
Loosey goosey, man. Lot of mercy.
No, that ain't happening.
I didn't get too much research done, but I am somewhat of a conspiracy theorist to a degree.
Go ahead.
And I just find like there's something off with the story. There's something, I feel like it's not just, okay, I like to have sex, I like to take myself having sex. Like there's something else underneath it all as to why you're taping or why are you going after these specific people to screw. Your uncle's pregnant woman, man. And you're just in the camera.
Basically, wait. If it's your uncle's wife, you know what that she is.
Auntie?
She's your auntie by marriage. You know that.
Well, you know, you're digging out your auntie, your pregnant auntie with your cousins there and there. You're sitting at church on Sunday. Oh, yes, pastor, blah, 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 blah. And then what happened? Monday night, you're bending over the pastor's wife. You come to family dinner on Tuesday. You see, oh, hello, brother. Hello, sister-in-law. And then you turn shit around and just dig out the sister-in-law stuff and tape it. So one thing about when you were talking about when you're younger and you're enjoying and you're in love and, oh, yeah, let's take a little
you
video.
do foolish things you regret. Yeah, younger.
Okay, that's fine. But is this Balthazar, is he looking back at these tapes like, wow, those were really great memories? Or, yeah, I did that. Oh, you think you's my brother? Look over here. Look what I doing with Sister Shirley.
Combination of, yes, both. I think it's memories, right? We want memories. There is no evidence that he blackmailed anybody else with those tapes. One of the women, out of the many women, committed suicide, right? That's a tragedy.
Really? I didn't know about that.
One committed suicide.
That was exposed?
Yeah, she was in one of the tapes.
Oh my gosh.
You can go online. Everybody can just push in or type in Balthazar, Equitorial Guinea scandal, and then start going from there to the different websites, you know what I mean? And you start
Little
digging.
rabbit hole.
Right. On the Google, go to websites, and then YouTube, go, you know, whatever. And you'll see one of the women committed suicide. There's a couple other tapes where the guys, one guy, minister, bring his wife and videotaped himself. I guess he didn't want to show that I'm not going to hit the woman or anything like that, right? Bringing his wife back to his wife's father. So his father-in-law, and putting the wife in front of the father and says, take back your daughter. I don't want her no more. Embarrassment. And he's cussing out in like a little bit of English and a little bit of their language or whatever, right?
Okay.
Well, I think they speak, in that country, they speak Spanish.
Swahili?
No. Portuguese. And French.
Okay.
Official languages. They might have their traditional indigenous language too, right? But those are official languages because those are the countries that colonized that region, right?
Okay.
They're a colonized country, right? Nation. So, so those three languages, but cussing her out and saying, take back your daughter and I want back my dowry. I want back my dowry. And the father is kind of like, the father, I guess he would kind of respect the father. The father's an elder to him, right? And stuff like that. But the father couldn't even say nothing. The father's right there on the tape, like the father's embarrassed.
Oh my gosh.
What his daughter did. The daughter's crying, tears dripping off the chin. The African guy, he's mad, emasculated, this and that, embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? And it's dangerous because I want to know what would make a woman cheat so, like in the Caribbean. South America and Africa, those nations, when women really cheat, for the most part, I think it's from all of my anecdotal experience and just growing up in the Caribbean and in Canada, you know what I mean?
Right.
Knowing those countries, been to Africa a few times. Women would cheat for economic status.
You been to Africa?
Yeah, I've been to Africa.
What?
Yeah, I've been to Ghana and Burkina Faso.
Where's this guy from? Is it Ghana? No, it's not Ghana.
Equatorial Guinea.
Guinea, okay.
Guinea.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, sorry, go on.
So, yeah, but, you know, so with that being said, that's what's happening there, right? Yeah, women would cheat because my man, I've been with him, or my baby daddy been with a long time, but his money just ain't right. And she would go get a little thing, but it's to secure a little extra funds.
Okay.
It's not really a love thing like that. You understand what I'm saying? But then she
Okay.
don't leave her man.
She comes back home.
Right, she don't leave her man son. The man don't find out. It's not,
Right.
you know what I mean? But it's extra funds. You know, it's like economic status.
Okay.
But for the sake of pleasure and just pleasure,
Yeah.
why? Man, you know, unless these ministers are really old ministers. Because your women are looking young, and they ain't putting it down in the bedroom.
But that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I'm not sure if it is just like how it seems. You know, what besides that huge cocking?
Now
Is
you're
at
talking like your
the-
old self. Now you're talking like. Now you're talking like. you need to go back to church. That's
Huge
not-
billet log.
You know.
I understand that, yes, women like to be pleased, and you know what I mean? I get all that stuff, but it's just these women of affluence, of prominence, of status. Why, for one, are they taking that much dick? Two, are they letting it be recorded?
That I don't
they're
understand.
leaving the stamps. They're leaving the receipts
You're
right there.
You're right about that because generally speaking, a man has to do a lot of convincing for a woman to record.
Yeah.
And usually when they're younger, because that's when you make those kind of mistakes. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's not necessarily a mistake. It's a mistake if you're a prominent figure, like if you are a rapper and
Right.
you and your girl who's not in the spotlight, you don't even know who the rapper's wife is, has a sex tape leaked, right?
Okay.
Then that's like the scandal. So usually, a man could convince a girl to let's go on film, baby. Let's do this to spice up our
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right. Do a little something different.
Right. Just like having sex out in a public thing. You have to kind of convince the girl.
Okay.
A girl doesn't say, "Oh, we're walking those back roads behind Gatineau Hills of
Let's
Parliament."
go behind
Hill."
that bush and
Right. The girl doesn't say. The man insinuates it first,
okay.
and the woman's like, look up and down the street. But let's do this. But she's 26, 27.
Okay.
She doesn't do it when she's 35 no more.
She doesn't?
No, very rarely. Like when older, right? She will tell you, wait till we get home. 45 minutes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We'll get home.
Maybe she's not a Capricorn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Capricorns be doing that.
Yeah, no. Swimming here.
You're a Capricorn?
I am.
Yeah?
Cheers to that.
So you be doing that.
Well, I don't know if I want to say that out loud.
Public displays of affection. That's what you can call it.
I like it.
You like public
I like a
displays?
little bit of, I don't like anything too regular. I like to be out of the box.
Right, so just spice it up one time.
Yeah. But I don't think I would be willing to
film
take
it.
that kind of spice and know that that could come back.
Well, so yeah, so like you would go maybe behind Parliament Hill somewhere or something.
Yeah. Or remember that place at Rito? Remember
Rito
that
Center Roof.
upstairs, the Rito Center?
The Rito Center roof. Only a specific demographic of age people know about the roof of Rito Center.
Is it closed now? What do they have there now?
No, it's still open. I think you can still walk on the roof. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Tell the
A lot
people
of
that
people don't even know
Rito
Rito Center
Center
has a
roof.
roof. Well, you know it has a roof inside, but you don't
Yeah.
know that you can access the roof.
And what used to happen up there?
Some people used to go watch the movies. 'cause
Right.
there's a movie theater, and then some people go outside of the movies.
And what
and
do they
then
do?
some people go outside and there's benches and you can sit down in little corners and bushes.
Sit on punnets.
Right. And then some people will be going for a little spot to do a little hanky-panky with a girl.
Right.
Right. And you try to find a little spot and you're ready to go, oh, shit, Tyrone, what are you doing here? Oh, sorry. Tyrone there with Jessica. All the spots are taken. Everybody doing their thing. Right? The Rito Center roof was notorious. Right?
Yes,
For
it
certain
was.
gals who didn't have free time at home. Their parents was always home.
Yeah.
No
go
hotel
day to
money.
the-
Hotel money or motel money. The
Right.
Motel is cheaper,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
don't have motel money either.
Gosh, things have changed.
You got the reef of the Rito Center. The reef of the Rito Center. The
the
roof.
roof of the Rito Center.
The roof of the Rito Center.
Yeah.
Or behind Parliament Hill. Those little things that take you down by the Ottawa River and those trails and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
You know about this
Major
spot?
Hills Park.
Major Hill Park and all that
Oh
thing
my
there.
Lord, there's a lot. You always have to watch when you sit down if you go during the day.
Yeah.
Just get a little white because you don't know what was happening there the
I
night
know.
before.
I know.
Naughtiness, but no, and you know what? I respect people expressing themselves sexually. You know what I mean? Do what you like, enjoy it, have a great time. It just seemed like it was so much risk involved in these tapes.
For a high-ranking
For
man
your
like himself.
family, yeah, for him, for the women. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh my gosh, all these things get exposed. Do these women just go back home? Like, sorry, honey?
So that's what I'm thinking, because bigger woman would say, hey, I'm giving you the kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm married. I'm giving you the kitty. You married too. We know we're doing our dirt, but turn that off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give it to you every single which way you want it, in
Right.
abundance. You can get it and have
Let's
it your
keep
way.
it incognito.
But turn that off.
Right.
That's what, because I want to have his spell. I want to have his spell where I can convince big woman to do them things.
You want to make those type of movies?
For my personal...
For your personal library?
No, I'm just joking. I don't got no
Oh my
library. That's just joke. That's just jokes.
You better not be running up all these people in the arts community, eh?
No, yo, stop that. Stop that. No. Never that.
I hope not, but
arts communities,
you never know.
They're not my type.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Not my type. My type is exquisite.
Oh, pardon me. Okay, shout out to the arts community and the exquisite community.
Exquisite
Just
is different.
you. Maybe they'll make the next
Different
the
class
next
of
cut.
woman.
Maybe they'll make the next cut for your next movie.
No, this was some woman who's, what do you say in arts? This is general, what the fuck you talking about? This in here.
Well, you're prominent in the arts community.
Cool.
Balthazar is prominent in the political community, right? So I'm saying to you,
The kind of class
what
of
kind
woman
of
we deal
spell
with.
you want to deal? What kind of spell you want to put on these ladies? Like,
Listen, my spell days are done. I have a spell. I'm charming, I'm fly, I'm handsome. I'm a sexy specimen of a male.
okay, is this an advertisement?
No, it's just facts.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I put in my time.
Player days are over.
Player days is over.
What was the tune? I don't want to be a player no more.
I don't want to be a player no more.
Okay, because
I
now.
wasn't a client, I was the president.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, no, I put in my time. I made my rounds, right? But
Yeah.
I'm saying I was younger, I was fly, I was in hip hop.
Maybe it's time for a new revival.
No.
Maybe it's time because this dude was 54.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? He fit 54. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no time for all that.
You never know unless you try, man.
No.
Okay.
Me, I keep it age legitimate. I keep it age centric.
Appropriate.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. You go in a room with me. Listen here. Take this 7 minutes and be happy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
7 minutes
I
in
ain't got no
heaven?
time for 45 minutes, an hour, this and that. I got things to do.
Right. You have life to life.
I got things to do. I got, you know what I mean? Programs to do and stuff like that. I got things to do.
Doing big things.
I'm doing things, right?
Right.
So because it's just a biology thing for me, and for the vast majority of men, sex is not at the forefront of my brain. It's not at the forefront of my brain because why? I'm older. Testosterone levels go down a little bit. Estrogen levels start coming up, especially after the age of 50. You start producing more estrogen than testosterone as a man. Cool. I think more, you know what I mean, harmonious with my own nature. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
So it's not
right,
just sex. So when I walk on the street now, if I see a half-naked woman,
Yeah.
my head might turn a little bit like, the Lord is good all the time.
Right.
But after that, amen. But when I was younger, I would say, yo, shoot. Got to run behind her. Hey, girl, what's up? What's your
Try
name?
to put some game on.
Right, because I saw her dressing skimpy. You know what I mean?
Right.
The dimensions are showing. So I try to holler at it. Now it's just like, you're blessed.
Yeah. You observe and you keep it going.
Keep it going. It can't
Okay.
sting me no more because I'm not 23 no more.
Right.
Right? And it doesn't focus. And I know the finer you are, generally speaking, the finer you are, more trouble you are.
Ain't that the truth?
The more fine you are, the more trouble you can be.
What
So,
kind of trouble?
All kind of trouble.
Headaches?
Headaches,
Drama?
this and
Really?
that. So I want a girl with a little bit of ugliness.
Okay.
She fine, but
Yeah, not
a
too
space
fine.
teeth, something.
I love a space teeth.
Space teeth used to be sexy actually between men.
It still is
I
sexy.
mean, for men looking at women, right?
Yeah.
That space teeth back in the 80s, we used to be attracted. There was something about space teeth. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want a little bow leg. You know?
Okay.
Not two bow legs, not like, that-
Not like little people bow leg. Right?
not that kind of bow. That kind of bow when they come walking up to you, the legs will come like this, the joints.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not them kind of bow.
I thought that would be easier access, no?
Yeah, we used to make jokes. Men are sick, right?
Yeah.
In high school, every single man has had this kind of discussion. I don't care what they're gonna lie because a lot of people are scared. As you know, with this podcast, a lot of people want to come on the podcast and talk stuff, and then when it's time to come on, they clam up or don't show up or this or that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
right?
once you put something out there, there's no taking it back.
Right. So men try to act like they think.